Kiss.
Ahoy,
Ahoy, ahoy! He's Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are the Battle of Valhalla.
What we doing?
Do 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 do.
Monthly Mumble.
Do 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 do.
Monthly
Monthly
Mumble.
Mumble. Do 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 do.
Monthly
Monthly
Mumble.
Mumble. Do 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 do. It's that time of the month again when my flow comes forth upon thee, and we mumble.
Like
We
when you're down on Parker's mum.
We're going to talk about some nonsense from people may have thought of stuff to ask us questions about, or maybe we're just going to chat some shit and see what happens.
We just finished playing a couple of games of Aristair today.
We have. A lot of fun it was too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you. And
Cheers.
you and you and ba 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 ba.
Grab yourself a beer or a cup of tea or whatever it is you drink.
Bag of crisps. Sit down.
Bag of crisps.
Pin back your lug holes. Listen up. So this is Monthly Mumble number 20.
Number 20.
Hopefully this will be the last one we do in this house.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
So I'm just going to crack on with the ones from Twitter, because when we tell people, you know...
Well, we'll let them off.
No, we won't. It was on the fucking thing.
If you're watching this now, the number one best thing you can do if you want to get involved and you want to ask some questions is to leave them in the comments of this video.
Oh, I thought it would be a check for lots of money to tell us to stop doing this shit.
There's that as well. It's not that we're lazy, it is mostly that we're lazy. But also because there are lots of questions, sometimes some appear on Facebook, some appear on Twitter. But if they're all in the comments of this,
we know where we're
looking. And it just makes things easier for everyone.
Especially for us, because we are.
Because you only do it once a month.
Lazy.
But we do have a couple of questions that popped up on the
Yes. So, Steve Price.
Oi, oi. We'll let you off.
So, first question. What are you most looking forward to for the remainder of this year? Do you feel the high level of competition in the market currently will affect what we will see? Ooh.
Good question.
Very good question there, Steve. Very, very deep and meal. Obviously, there's Star Wars, Legion, Extra,
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars looks good. I've got a feeling we both want the Roger Roger robots, and neither of us care enough about the Clone Wars Star Troopers.
No, I don't mind. I'll take the good guys, which would be interesting because you play the good guys in everything else for Star Wars.
I just like those Roger Roger, and I hope they're shit as fuck. I hope they're
Roger,
really
Roger.
fucking bad, and just like.
But the minute someone says, "Can I have a Gungan army?" Fuck off and die.
Yeah.
The rest of this year, I'm looking forward to the Kickstarters that we've got coming,
Mm-hmm.
and the Moonstone, which we've just backed as well.
Just went in on that, didn't
which
you?
is another faction. So it gives us 5 factions we can play with.
Really?
Yeah, because we've got the other 4.
I do like.
You didn't really. You've forgotten we've got the unknowns as well, haven't you?
Yes. In the new Moonstone one, you've got like 3 women,
the witches.
The 3 witches. I really like the look of them.
That's
the whole
one
maiden mother crone thing going on.
because one of the free
Really
figures
like
you get
that.
is an alternate version
Was
of
it?
Yeah.
I think that was a really nice idea.
Yeah, because I've gone for the set where you get 2 boxes and 2 monsters, so it's your choice. Because you've got to have Boris, the bunny summoner.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to.
With the big, massive jackalope.
No.
Oh.
No, Boris.
Oh, no, he comes with bunnies, but you can get...
He's the monster.
Yeah,
that's the... I don't know what other set we're going to get, because they're all the same faction, aren't they?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck if I know either. So that... But that, because we also want the buildings, because the building set is lovely. And I'm not being funny, for MDF stuff, it's cheap.
Yeah,
and you can use it in
a lot
anything.
of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Dystopian Wars being
Well, you've been demoing a lot of it.
I've been demoing it a lot.
I'd like to play it more.
I've been feeling it.
But I want my own fleet.
Yes.
I want to be using a proper fleet.
Yeah. But that, that's going to be lots of fun. Boats.
Oh, what else am I looking
looking
forward to?
Playing some Urban Manhunt.
We are so looking forward to playing.
The future is
some of
not
this.
bright, but at least it's not boring. Love it.
If you like the 80s style films such as The Running Man, that kind of thing, this is literally it.
And if you like your old school, what I love about this rulebook is it's created as if it was a book in the 80s about the future that is now. If that makes sense, it's proper like future retro meta kind of vibe.
You read through it and you can feel the labour of love.
Yeah.
You
totally.
really can. And we're not just saying that because we're in it as playtesters, we're in it as artwork, we're in it as people that create one of the characters, and we're in the story. We're not saying that at all. Oh my God, it's weird. But it's a really fun little game. But make sure you get your cards as well.
Yeah.
For the control of the criminals and everything, and the events, and your hero sheets.
And even like little things like the fonts. The fonts look like old school 80s fonts.
It was all done
just
particularly to get that style.
That feel. And I'm in the middle of painting up a Raging Annie from Bad Squiddo Games that I'm going to use as my
your hunter.
My hunter, at least for a while. Unfortunately, you can always play like different models in and out.
I'm going to dig out Bish Bash. I know he was Slay Industries, but he's now going to be going into Urban Manhunt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so check that out. You can now buy it.
Playing that after the move, I think.
As soon as we move, that's going to be one of the first ones on the table. You know, use your typical 40k setups for it. Just play the game.
And if you've got a game, so
and more importantly, you use it for figures you damn well want.
Yes, I was literally just going to say.
For the crims, I'm going to use Mexicans.
I was thinking zombicide zombies because you can have runners which are you can allocate like normal crims which would be normal zombies.
Yeah.
Like your big hard crims would be your fatties, and then your like nasty crims would be your runners.
But you can go onto the site and you can download paper dolls. So it's all there for you. Go play. It's a fun game. And another little beautiful thing about the game is the fact that you can make up your own hunters.
Yeah.
You get a certain amount of points, off you go. Go create your own
Sub-Zero, now! Pure Zero! Or whatever the line is.
I have no idea what you're talking
it's
about.
It's Running Man.
But, this is it's a fun little game. And it's kind of semi-cooperative as well. So if there's a whole load of you around the table playing it, you're just going to end up in giggles.
What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the
Tainted Grail.
Oh yeah, Tainted Grail.
Tainted Grail.
I'm actually looking forward to the Gaslands Reloaded or Refueled or whatever they're calling the redo book of that. I was reading a really interesting blog article from Mike Hutchinson, the creator of
Gaslands. What has he?
Well, if you go to the Gaslands website, there's a cool little blog, and he was saying like, here's not mistakes he made, but here's some like things he did, and here's how he's going to, change adaptations in the new book, and kind of not rules changes, but rules like tweaks how they were written so they make more sense.
Clarifications.
Really interesting to hear that perspective.
You don't always need a second edition of a rule book. You need clarifications.
Yeah, version 1.1 or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't need to release a rule book.
No,
it's like Moonstone. They've done the first rule book was with the first set. There's not going to be a rule book for this set because there doesn't need to be.
No.
But there is a ideas and background that there's going to be another book at some point with more stories. Or there is a book in this Kickstarter which is just stories and stuff as well, like a travel manual. I love shit like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of companies you see, GW obviously. GW, and you have like a rule book, and you've got all the different codexes, and then that goes to next edition, and then the rule book and all the other codexes, and then the next edition rule book. Actually, you don't always need a new fucking thing. You can really release. You don't necessarily have to re-release stuff. You can release add-on information, like narrative stuff, like.
That's because we're moving out. Because I'm moving out, so I've got like 1, 2, 3. I think I've got 6 boxes over there which are like just old fucking codexes and old 40k rule books. I can't personally throw them out.
No.
I'd like to.
Well, you were like, take these home. I'm like, I don't want them. Take them home because I'm not going to move with them. I'm not throwing them away. Take them home. So I think I've got another like 3 editions of the Codex Chaos or whatever.
Yeah, it's just crazy
Which is great. I mean, I'm happy with it. I like all stuff like that.
But there is, we don't know everything that's coming out this year.
No.
Apart from like the Wexodus stuff.
Well,
we'll be getting onto that in a minute because that's another question. It's all the stuff we've done on Kickstarter, and we just love play more games.
And I'm always interested to see what new stuff is coming that you don't know. Like, what's that? Like, so, Walking Dead here's Negan. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to like when I heard about it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much.
I knew it was coming out, but I gave zero fucks. I'm like, I just don't care.
Really
but then
game.
someone said us, cheers Brian for sending us a copy.
Right.
And then we played it and we're like,
a lot of fun.
fuck, it's really good.
Really good.
Negan, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him with a passion.
Yeah,
it's a good little game.
But yeah,
It's interesting to try the big version.
Totes. Oh yeah, the mass battle.
Yeah.
All out, not all out war.
All out war.
All the out.
All the out of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the stuff that we don't know. That's the interesting stuff.
That's the thing, isn't it?
You can't see
because we are not one of these channels that we haven't got our finger on the pulse. We don't know shit what's coming, and that's why it's.
The only reason I know Artie was coming is because he's here right now.
Yeah, exactly. We just like all the stuff. So another one from Steve.
Ahoy.
Legion Clone Wars. Are you excited? Yes.
Well, you just
didn't want to be. Didn't want to be, but yes. I mean, we've got to play more Star Wars Legion because it was such a good little game.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris, our mate, Mr. Norval from Wildstorm Gaming Centre, or whatever they've called it now, saying that they played a higher level point.
Oh, yeah.
And he went, oh, it's just slow, clunky, fell asleep.
Oh, really?
I'm like, oh, yeah, because I don't see it as being that kind of game. But then again, I think the way they named it, it should have been...
It can happen.
Should have been Star Wars Legion.
Hello.
So, Malkavayan, why are you boys not putting these fucking questions on the right place? Anywho, I'll let you off this time. What are your thoughts? Oh, here we go. This is the one
and also,
this is a good one. Oh.
Did you play a lot of Vampire? Is that your name?
And if you did, why?
Hey!
Why the fucking...
An awesome Ravnos.
No. Werewolf was better. So, what are your thoughts on the Lost World Exodus news, and will it impact the future development and release cycle of Exodus models? Good question.
Good question.
Good question. Loving the idea.
Thoughts good. Yeah,
loving the idea because it's new stuff.
New stuff, and I love that from a gamer point of view, not from a wallet point of view, but from a gamer point of view.
Wallets.
I can play. Stop it. I can play the same. Effectively.
Fucking nicked my bloody cushion. He's a little shit.
I can play, if not the same game that I used to play, a very similar game to Wild West Exodus that I already love, but with cool new things like track bikes that we've seen with Yadzia, and whatever else we're going to fucking see, like proper, like troop types.
Yeah.
I was listening to, I think it was an interview with
Beast of War. They did one.
It's either Beast of War or it was the Black Hoof Saloon dudes.
Can't believe all those got one and you bloody didn't.
I'm too fucking stupid. And they were saying how there might be a thing like. So in Wild West Exodus, for example, you can split your fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this, you're not going to be. Everything's going to be effectively tasked.
Oh, cool.
Because you tell a group of soldiers and they go shoot that guy and they shoot that guy. However, they're going to be able to combine fire. I don't know how it's going to work. But they're saying about, I I assume maybe for every person you get +1 strength or something. I don't know how it's going to work.
That's going to be awesome for the Union.
Exactly.
Because the Union force is going to be there, because there's 8 forces, isn't there?
Yeah. 8 factions. I'm really looking forward to seeing whatever the kind of...
For the King!
The more ornate versions of the enlightened, constructs with masks on.
Wales.
Looking all like, undead Wales.
No. No, I'm all over the Crown. All over the Crown.
I don't know how much. I assume it's going to affect. Obviously the company's only so big. If you've got a new game coming out, you don't just add half again of the company and have all of those people working on the new game. But I don't think it's going to slow it down massively.
No, because they've already worked out their releases and everything for Exodus, and it's still coming. It's a constant flow, and every now and again we hear what's coming. I'm like, hey, what, where, when, what, how, where did that come from?
And I saw a really interesting. I think it was one of the Beasts of War interviews from Salute, and Stuart was saying how moving forward they're going to be doing a lot of combined faction posses. So whether it be like, I don't know, Enlightened and Union or Hex and Outlaws or whatever, we're going to see a lot more of that moving forward. And I think that way it's not going to feel like you're missing out because you'll always have something that you're waiting for.
No, I don't want that. I don't need something. I don't want things I want every bloody month. You bastards.
Yeah, next month I've got what's his name, Victor Bytel and bloody Espinosa's.
I've got nothing next month.
It's fucking like fuck.
Well, but this is the one thing with the posse boxes that does annoy me is the fact that the Third Man Absolute Power box. I don't want, but there's one figure in it I want for my Golden Army.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys.
I mean, you might be able to find her on the eBay or somewhere, but
no. Even Mr. Pond had a look around the warehouse trying to find me one.
Did he?
Yeah. Try fucking harder, you cock. No, it's just little things like that.
I imagine it. But in answer to the question, I imagine it will affect the company, but not massively.
Garrett something or in that can go in a union?
Garrett Morden can go in union, yeah.
Oh, you crafty bastards. That's two I could use. She's got a portal. Will she make a hexalith, though? Or a mexalith?
Mexalith.
A mexalith!
So it depends on what faction she's in. If she's got
an army,
then that would be a normal portal. Because you're in an outlaw faction, therefore you get a hex thing. Not a hex thing, you get a portal rather than a hexalith, which if she was in hex, then she would get.
Well, I think I think they're going to just keep bombarding us with the good stuff.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Just fucking let it roll over me like a plastic, like a flood of plastic death. And
well, I'm
just,
hoping
like, drown in it.
I'm hoping because we are so awesome and we basically work for them for free.
No.
I'm hoping they're going to like drop us a few boxes every month and say, here you go, just do an unbox of this. Yeah, we'll unbox that. That way we don't have to buy anything, and that way we can.
It's almost like you're hoping they watch this and might listen.
Yes. Hey, we can't afford all this stuff. If we could afford it all, I'd be well happy. I mean, at least my Mexicans, my Golden Army. I want at least another 3 or 4 boxes just of hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Points wise.
No, just to fucking cover the table. Cover the table. You know, a couple of. A couple more iron hides.
I saw a thing.
And the buggy.
I saw a thing. You know, you see a lot of these, what's the movement bases, like MDF cutouts and whatnot, which I'm not a massive fan of. I think they can look really out of place on a table. However, the coolest thing I saw, one of the cool things I saw at Adepticon was movement bases with magnets on the sides, so that they latch into each other. So you can have turn a small movement base into one
clever.
big.
That's clever. But the only trouble
Visually, I'm not a fan, but it's a good idea.
It's the moving. You know, well, they've got 2 buildings here, and they're on a base like this. Well, and the fuck, that's just my own personal opinion.
I think for a game like 40k, that's or especially Age of Sigmar, that's kind of abstract. You're kind of just moving everything as a big unit. It doesn't really matter where it is.
Star Wars Legion.
Star Wars Legion, yeah.
So yes, I think they're just going to keep bringing all the good stuff out, and they're going to work it so that they are going to cross over, obviously, because it's the same world. There are going to be things that you can use from that in Wexodus. I mean, there might be a pamphlet or something they'll release at some point and say, right, so your Prussian forces, if you wanted to use them in Wild West Exodus, these are the little changes you do. Not a book, just fucking...
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You know, a little thing like that. Gets more people playing it. And let's face it, we love the games. We love the games, we love the people. Right. That's answered your questions. That's it. Next time on the fucking thing.
Put it in the thing. Put it in the comments.
There we bleeding go.
No, we've only got like 118 of these.
You got people ask your parents these questions.
Okay, Paulos01. Ahoy, hoy!
Ahoy, hoy! Is it Paul Richardson or something?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Paulos01. That's his actual name. I'm hoping that he was.
Okay, Mr. 01.
Birthed out as that. Could you both do short series about your role playing?
No.
Prep, story and world building, characters, etc. I mean, we could if there was interest for it.
And on this part, I think there's a question from him later on as well, saying can we video the next time we run a game that we're starting from scratch? Can we film the
like session 0?
Yeah, the actual creating the characters and working out how they. Because he would really like us to do with 40k. Now I would love to, but the problem is one of our players is not a 40k player. But because we're filming it, I might be able to persuade Nick.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll ask him if he would like to.
Depends on the setting as well. I mean,
yeah.
There's 40k and there's 40k and there's 40k.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I always wanted to do one where he was the Inquisitor, Parker was his priest conscience, and the other two were just
blood for the Emperor. God. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to pick up Wrath and Glory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the system. I like the system, and it's up to date as well. It's up to date with the current background of the game. Oh, cool. There are Primaris Marines mentioned. The whole rift that's opened up across the galaxy. It's all mentioned, and the system. It's all D6 as well. It's a very, very quick system, and it's one of the things that they've brought out that I didn't think I would like. I'm not a cards person normally, but in this there is a deck of cards for your combat actions. When you do a combat and something happens, you draw a card, flip the card over, and that's an event or something or a mishap. There's the psychic fuck-ups. They're all on cards. Nice. You can have little decks of cards. There's equipment cards deck as well, so you can have it in front of you so you know.
I've been thinking about that. From running Dystopian Wars and being made aware of certain things that I was unaware of to begin with, how you might be rolling on a 2d6 table, but if the maths add up to be a 1d6 table, then you can convert, or even if it's a 2d6 table or whatever it is, you can convert it into a custom dice, and suddenly it makes things easier. Like in Dystopian Wars, you've got this whole like adding fire. So I'm on 10 dice plus half of my dice plus half of my dice plus half of my dice. Well, that's 10 plus half of that is 10, but that's only a this, so I'm actually only on 3 because that's only 6. But if you put it all on a card and do the maths for someone,
yeah,
like same with cards. If the maths is basically the same as rolling a dice, if you've got a fucking deck of 12 cards and you shuffle it and have a card, that's rolling a d12.
But it's more the point that for the equipment, etc., you've got your character sheet.
Oh yeah,
and you've got your items. I
and
love
then you can see it, and you're not like
yeah.
writing shit down all the time. If someone gives you a las gun, you go, "Here's the las gun."
There's like 4 or 5 different decks of cards.
Yeah.
There's psychic perils. There's equipment. There's the Wrath and Glory, because there are 2 different things that you can do. They do poker chips for it as well.
Oh, cool.
For the well, I'm spending my Wrath points to try and get extra damage, or I'm spending my Glory points to be. It's a really nice little system
I do.
because you can. There's a thing called sliding.
Oh yeah.
So when you roll your dice, right, you're rolling your stat and your skill. You're rolling your d6s. I think it's 1 to 3 is a fail, 4 to 5 is a success, so it counts as a success. A 6 is 2 successes, but when it comes to damaging that, you can then say, right, I've got 3 6s, so you can slide.
Okay.
I'm like, that's quick and easy. I like that because I love the Fantasy Flight version because it's basically the original Warhammer system.
Yeah.
I love that, the critical.
Yeah, and you upgrade your.
Yeah.
It's not levels so much as it's a career level thing.
But they've done a different slant on it. I'm really intrigued by it. I just don't want to spend £44 on it. I can't spend £44 on a fucking rule book.
No matter how pretty they are.
Yeah, it's. I've got a copy of it, but I haven't got a physical copy. I want physical. So,
but
yeah,
we'll have to bear that in mind. If we'd have seen this before we'd have done the Star Wars Exodus thing as well.
Oh, the roleplay one.
Then probably would have done that. But
that was so much fun.
I think next time we do a roleplay, before we do it,
we'll do a session 0. We'll do a session 0.
Generation,
we'll do that.
Where we are in the world.
Yeah.
Have that conversation because I think
because we don't need a green screen or anything set up. We can just have the camera up there and say, right, we're going to play this game. Let's talk about characters.
And the more experienced I become, the more important I appreciate that a session is. Like I used to think, I just want to create a character and off I go. And actually now I'm like, well, I want to know. You don't have to know everything about all the other characters, but it's like, well, maybe I know you from this, or if you've known each other for 6 weeks, here's what you would know about me. Here's what I look like. So I was watching. Straw doesn't watch it. I don't care. I do watch it. Critical Role. But I was, that's fine. I started watching another Geek and Sundry one, I think called Relics and Rarities or something like that.
Yeah.
GM was amazing.
Aren't they all?
No, I just think they were really
They
good.
are. They are fucking amazing. That's
GMs are good, because GMs are good. And some of the characters I liked, some of them I didn't. But there was no session zero. They just went straight in. Right, what are you doing? Where are you going? I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. I don't even know what they look like. I don't know what.
I think if
class they are when they say I'm doing this.
It's two things, isn't it? You've got the players are investing time in the story, but the people watching are also investing time in watching that. So you should give them that little bit of extra background.
I didn't know that one of the characters was a gnome. I didn't know until they went, I'm going to knock on the door. Oh, I can't reach. Can I stand on your back? Okay. Why are you standing on this? Oh, because you're a gnome and you're only 2 feet tall. Right, okay.
Why just not going to bomb the door, twat?
Well, no, but I didn't know, like, another character was a half-orc barbarian. I didn't know they were a half-orc until, hello, orky. Oh, okay. Oh, they're an orc. Like, I would have noticed it. As a viewer, I would have noticed that on a TV show. And you have to kind of give those things, I think, not to big us up, but I think when we were running the Wild West Exodus one, actually, I think we were quite good at saying this is what you can see.
If you haven't watched that one, please go watch it. I'm sure War Cradle at some point are going to go, what the fuck have you just done?
Watch me be a violent, murderous bastard for the last...
Literally for the last 5 minutes of the game.
Oh, blam, blam, blam. Oh, fuck.
No, you only shot one bloke. But you killed him.
Yeah, well...
Shot him through the... Yeah, go watch the...
My only decent dice roll for this fucking session.
Because all we've done is we've just taken the Wexodus background and the combat rules, and we just basically said, fuck it, we want to run a roleplay session with this, in the vague hope that, War Cradle hire us to write the rules.
We don't need to, because the rules are there.
Shut up. Shut up, we can get paid to resync their shit.
Totally that.
So, next question.
Next question, only.
But no, go watch it. Any of our role playing stuff is actually quite fun.
Even if we do, Blackjack Legacy.
Oh, he's that
controversial.
He's that Scouser, isn't he?
I may have made an error via talking about the Northerners. Ahoy, hoy, boys! Just to set the record straight. I'm from Newcastle, not Liverpool. I guess we're all just Northerners to you two.
Well, yes.
You are the other side of the wall.
It's not the other side of the wall.
It's the other side of this wall.
That wall, yes. Therefore, yes.
Sorry.
Sorry,
my bad.
We're stupid.
My question is...
He's got a question as well?
He
shouldn't be asking us a question. He knows everything, bastard.
He's good dude.
Yeah,
if you don't watch Blackjack Legacy, go find Blackjack Legacy on the internet.
Yeah, stop this shit now. Just stop this and go watch that.
Really good stuff.
And then come back and you see how not to do a channel.
My question is, what game we're going to play together then, and when you want me to come visit? Top Mumble Lands. We can play whatever you like, and you can visit whenever you like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, once you've moved.
Once we've moved.
Because don't visit now.
No point moving if we're not here, is it?
No.
But no, whatever you want to play, we can...
Aristea. I know that you're an Aristea fan.
Aristea.
Play some Aristea with you. Aristea.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Having a good time playing that.
Yeah, just whatever. We can sort something out. You want to come down? You want to film a bit with us? We'll film a bit of you. It's all good.
Good times.
It's all good. It's all about...
we could make it up to Manchester on the... you had like a weekend with Top Table Gaming. We couldn't make it up to Manchester at that time.
They've got another one coming up though, haven't they?
They have, yeah. But I hope everything went really well and you had a wonderful time.
Yes, they all did.
Love you in the
bastards.
But
no, anything you want to play, give us a shout. We'll sort something out. We ain't got a problem with that at all.
Give us a shout. We'll sort something out. Oi, oi, snabaloi!
I did another rhymey thing. That's two today.
Cool, blimey, Governor.
Cool,
right out the old apples and pears.
Mary Poppins, do you want? Sorry, Mary Poppins, do you want your chimney scrubbed? Next question.
Spyro.geek.
You've
made me realise that I'm out of beer.
Whap, whap. Oh, unlucky. You drew too quick. Told you about this. Next. That's not really a question, is it?
No, but it's a point.
It's a valid point.
Paolo01, just a quickie.
Whoa, that's what she said.
Would it be possible for you guys to do a character creation video for your next
For your next start from scratch RPG session.
No.
Literally just asked that a minute ago.
No. No, we won't.
Also, Grumble and Jizzface need their own show. Cheers. Jizzface definitely does not need her own show.
Oh, yes, she does. Oh, Bill. Grumble was the dwarf, wasn't it? The dwarf no, you can't have anything.
Oh, Grumble and Jizzface.
Grumble and Jizzface. That sounds like a fucking train wreck waiting.
It's just the way no one has picked up on the whole Jizzface.
We have, we just haven't brought it up because we're not going to go, oh, you sound like a small girl. Are you called Jizzface?
Yeah.
Can you just open these doors for us? No, I can't.
We're just
Why?
like,
Mummy
no.
says I've got to come to bed.
Yeah, no, exactly. Johnny Jambo,
Jambo
which I
Jambo.
think is...
Is that Mr. Cannon? No.
I think it might be Johnny Cannon, yeah. Ahoy.
What's
Johnny
he
Jambo
want?
Jambo. Straw. My friends and I. Ho ho ha 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 ha. Classic.
Yes, I did suddenly turn a bit posh in that, didn't I?
Well, no,
Yes.
also friends. Adam Boxall. Clickbait. Lols. I don't know what our last mumble
No,
question
you.
was.
But someone said something, and you said, "Oh, clickbait," and I don't
Yeah.
understand what clickbait is anyway. But he obviously
Clickbait.
did because he found it funny.
Clickbait's when you like see a thing, like you see. So I saw. There's a terrain dude I quite like called
Bill.
Black Magic Craft. Does like D&D crafting terrain, but it's, you know, it's nice to watch when you're painting and stuff. It's nice having.
You don't watch us when you're painting.
No.
You're a cunt.
And he said, "Oh, I'm quitting." And we were
Bye.
like, oh, okay. Click on it. Oh yeah, I'm quitting my job so I can do more videos. And you're like, well, that's clickbait. That
I
is-
would love to be able to quit our day jobs and do do this.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on. I know. Next, can we have a question? Come on.
I'm doing it now.
All these comments.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sunfire SG.
Oh, that's what's his name's mate. He's that bloody. He's a Kiwi. He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
hi.
Sunfire.
What miniature do you vividly remember painting when you first started games like these? Do you still have said miniatures? Are you ever tempted to repaint old models, or do you prefer to keep them as you first painted them?
Ooh, wow.
Ooh. I've got
Wow.
a very vivid memory.
I remember buying my first mini, and I remember painting my first mini. Unfortunately, there were two different minis. The first mini I painted was a Dixon miniature, and it was a barbarian. It was
Barbarian?
and he was he was a barbarian. He had like coiffed hair, nice little tash, running forward with this little shirt, little cloak flapping behind him, all bare-chested and trousers, with his shield and sword. And we had.
That's a health and safety issue. Wait.
Oh, I know. We had 3 paints. They were all enamels.
Oh.
We had
yeah.
black,
Yeah.
gold,
Yeah.
and white. And we're sitting there at the kitchen table with his enamel paint open going, there you go, painted, now what?
Getting stoned as fuck just
Yeah.
from sitting near him.
And this is when we were like 14, and we're like, well, what do we do
Sounds about
now?
right.
Because we literally, I had I had this barbarian, my mate Paul, he had, it was like Snoopy.
Mhm.
It was a Snoopy dog with a sword and shield, and we're like, right, we've painted these, what do we do now? Then we realised there was a game called Warhammer. The rest, as they say, is musty history.
It's historical.
What was your first one you painted?
I don't know about the first, but the one that I remember first was a Blood Bowl troll, which was the old like this
Two
one,
of them, I fucked one over there.
the big shoulder pad.
Yeah.
And I painted him green, and then realised I'd ballsed it up, and then wanted to strip him, so I put him in poly cement.
You played him? You what?
Polystyrene cement, like poured a little mug full of polystyrene cement, like liquid poly, right? Thinking that well that'll get rid of that'll melt all the plastic off, doesn't that model? It'll melt all the plastic off, right? Unfortunately, I'd put it in a plastic little cup, and it's like, well done me. Badness.
Daz from War Cradle, if you're watching this, mate, just.
And I really wish I'd kept him, because he's such a good model. Really crisp detail, really nice metal.
Gary Morley, wasn't it? That
don't
designed
know.
that one. I
I
think.
don't know. He was this one.
Yeah.
With the big hand.
Yeah. Cheers, Sunfire.
Troll.
Good question. Oh, I appreciate
And
memories.
and there are other ones I vaguely remember around the same time, but
Oh, here was the thing. I was going to bring it up. B-Rye's daughter was asking about like how we started gaming, and one like huge thing I forgot to mention was Hero Quest. I've got it kind of kicked back and woke up in the back of my brain, and I really remember being little. I remember being little because I was looking up at the table, and I think I'd got Hero Quest for Christmas or something, and my mum and like her friends were around the table. And I was there going like, right, you go here, you go here and do this.
You made these old women play this game.
Roll dice, you know, you won't, no, you hit him, oh, okay, cool. Right, you'll go down and they're just completely ignoring everything. And I'm like, they're here, and they're saying, go on, and
they're watching Christmas Corrie, were they?
Probably, yeah.
Roll the fucking dice!
I didn't give a shit about it at all. But yeah, I just have a really weird memory of that.
Happy, happy days.
Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy Infinity Idiots. Dan Garner, potentially other people.
Thanks.
I've got.
That's my fucking fence burning down. I'm gonna be happy. Oh, great. Pricks decided to get a strimmer out as well.
Nice.
Fucking.
Well, you are.
No, you can fucking wait, matey. So, Frankie!
Question 2, I guess that the questions have come up in non-consecutive order. That's
They are
fine.
now.
Question 2, how did the move go?
It hasn't yet, fucker. Still waiting.
Question 3, how many boxes did you have to shift? Question 4.
Hold on, question 3. How many? We're shifting none.
Oh, that's true.
That's why we have removal companies.
Minions.
Next.
Question 4, have you got a fully blown filming studio?
We have a storage room, which is about half the size of the gaming battle cave at the moment, which is where all the stuff's going to go. I've already bought units for all of the games, etc, etc, etc. Then we have the main filming area, and if we need another filming area, we happen to have one 3 miles away at the shop.
Nice.
So we have lots of filming areas. Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you very much, Dan.
Also, from Infinity Idiots, a separate thing. Recently, I've been working on some terrain building on commission, which looks great. But my question is, how does one price commission work? Because if I charged for my time at real work, I'd be charging £400 for a piece of terrain. I have no idea.
No idea. I think the only way you can work anything like that is to look at a piece of terrain that you're about to work on, see if you can find a similar thing online, and then kind of judge a thing from that. I have no idea, mate.
Check out the eBays.
Yeah, check out the eBays.
I think the problem is,
But I've seen that terrain. It is very, very good. Frankie!
I do think that, for some reason, I think it's the same with any art. Like, if you want, hey, draw me a picture of my role-playing character, and it takes them 2 hours, well, are you going to paint them for all of their stuff and everything else? Like, it's tricky. I think in an artistic endeavour.
I think it depends on, one, how much material you've used.
Yeah, but
how much does the material cost you, and 2, how much time have you spent on it?
Yeah.
Because if it cost you 50p to buy everything, and then you spent like 12 hours making it, it ain't worth 50p, is it?
No, damn right.
Don't know, mate.
Yeah, it's not something I know a lot about at all.
Anything.
The problem with art, which it is essentially art, is it's very difficult to decide a price. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you look at, I don't know.
I mean, we should charge people for this.
Well, yeah. Well, like you look at someone like Jackson Pollock. Like, it might look like splats up a wall, which it is. But it's also worth millions of pounds. On the other hand, if I put splats up a wall,
your mum often tells you to wipe it off.
Yeah. It's unfortunately, it's not something I have any experience with commission work at all. Nor do I want to.
Next question.
Next questione. Cheers, large lugs.
Okay, big. Ribcage.
3 hours in trade. This is from Rodney SEP.
Rodney?
Rodney.
Rodney?
RODNEISEP. 3 hours in train. Let's see. It's a good game to play in the train. Do a program about that.
Ooh.
That's not going to be a very long program, is it? Anything on a
Ice
train
Fight.
needs to be.
With my little eye.
Depends on your seating arrangements. If you're at a table, you can play card games.
Yes, if you're at a table, you can play something like Flux.
We play Flux.
We play Flux there in a thing.
And I'm choo-choo. Anything else? I think you're kind of.
You could
Mini Gilball? No.
you could do an RPG session.
You could do an RPG session. That's a good
No
point.
matter what space you're in, because
Although
as long as you're rolling
The
the
people
dice.
would probably look at you rather strangely. Well, I'm going to punch him in the fucking face and then fuck his head. Yeah, people might look at that a bit weird.
Yeah, if you've got a little table, like if you've got the little tabley bit,
Card games.
Card games are pretty good.
Although the problem with that is when we were playing Flux when we last went away, wherever we did, was playing it, and you get a couple sit next to you as well, and you're like, dude, I need this much of the fucking table.
Oh yeah, Flux.
Move your crisps out the way, you bastard.
Dark Deeds is a nice.
Dark
'cause it's
Deeds
on a little
is- yeah.
neoprene mat, which is nicely,
Yeah,
nicely
it's-
spaced.
Yeah. 40k,
Oh
10,000 points.
yeah, apocalypse style 40k.
No. Any little card game, board game wise.
Tiny Epic Games, Roll for the
Yes,
Galaxy.
Tiny Epic Games.
Tiny Epic Galaxy. I think they're getting bigger, which annoys me. The
Epic
zombies,
Westerns is a bit big.
Yeah, Westerns is quite big. Zombies is pretty big, but the older Tiny Epic Games are quite small.
See, Hate you could almost get away with.
Like, ish. I mean,
Well, the board's only this.
yeah.
But then you got all your
But
cards
then
and
you
everything
got a
else.
box to fucking carry as well.
Yeah. Blitz Bowl.
Blitz Bowl, if you don't mind being screwed over from shipping costs.
Oh, you haven't got Blitz Bowl? Oh, wow.
Something like Munchkin, you could do because
Munchkin?
you play
Yeah.
it with a board, but you don't need the board.
Don't need the board. Don't need the. I'm looking around for all the games and they're all in
No, right.
boxes. Moving on. Terrible.
Gloom, something like that.
Gloom. Yep. Oh, we really need to play that again.
You do, yeah.
I'll bring that round. Yeah. Bring that round up during the week. So we've got to work out what we're playing next week
Good times.
if we're not moving. And next.
Infinity Idiots again. Wish we could do Gotham to Samaria gig in Yarmouth.
Well, you can.
So do I.
You can.
Do it.
Just come down to Yarmouth and do it. Especially now in the new store, where there's a lot more room.
Wildstorm.
The new
Games
Wildstorm
Centre.
Gaming Centre.
Yeah.
Wildstorm Games. I thought it said GIMP. Wildstorm Games Centre is now bigger and better, and it's only 2 doors up from the last place. Awesome. So yeah, you could do it, and let's face it, Yarmouth is full of B&Bs.
Yes. You could sleep on my face.
Well, no, because you'll be sleeping at mine when that happens. Oh, good lord, no. That's just...
Johnny Jambo Jambo!
Jumbo!
£12 a girl, they're cheaper in Thailand. Just spat my coffee across the room, PMSL.
Yeah.
Pissed myself laughing.
Sorry about that.
I know what it meant.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
what happened?
That didn't come out the way it was meant to.
Yeah, it did.
Exactly how I meant it. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to any 12-year-old girl that was offended by that comment.
Very much.
No, I'm not.
Carl Stott. Ahoy hoy, you sexy buggers. Ahoy hoy to you.
Well,
Carl.
back at you.
New viewer and first time asking you something hopefully thought-provoking.
Oh, what's it? Who's it, Carl? What?
I doubt it. Carl Stott.
Hello, Carl. Hello, Mr. Stotzer. How art thou?
First, may I say thank you for the content you make and hours of enjoyment I've gotten from it. Yes, you may.
Yes. Come on, then.
Thank you for asking us questions. Question. If you have played Mansions of Madness,
No, we have
cooperative
not.
story-driven horror survival game, you will know the integration of a smart device to help tell the story, run combat, track resources, etc., etc. How do you feel with technology becoming more prominent in board games, and do you think overall that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Ooh,
And if you want something more light-hearted, what's your spirit animal?
Your spirit animal's probably a sloth.
Yes.
I probably don't
I
have
don't.
one because I have no spirit.
I-
Although is gin an animal?
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's rum an animal. Is rum an
Spirit
animal?
is rum. Yeah.
My spirit animal is rum.
Yeah, I could be a sloth.
No, you
Sounds like
are.
a lot of work though.
No, we haven't played Thingies of Mansion of Madness. Love to. Really, it's a game we can't afford.
Yeah,
But-
was
But
a
yeah, because
game
it's
we-
all like tablet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there was that other game we got, didn't there? We never.
Lands of Ruin.
Yeah, but
That was a miniatures game that kick-started that was based on a tablet, and one of the cool things was you effectively drew the board on the tablet,
the table you set up, and if you had hidden things, you could say like, oh, well, I'm moving it to this area. Well, I've got a dude here and there, and it'd come up on the tablet.
but
it never kind of.
Never took. The minis are nice.
It was technically a thing that happened, but it never became anything.
Yeah, we got the minis, so that was cool.
Yeah, I remember I had the like. They were chained up with like zombie slave dudes with dynamite on them.
Yeah, because I painted a load up for Slendstries, didn't I, for the bad guys. Yeah, see, I'm a bit
it's hard
funny.
to get right.
I think because I'm nearing 50 now,
Yes,
I'm allowed to say
an old
shit.
man.
I'm allowed to say shit. If I'm playing a board game with I just want the board game and the cards. I want it all there.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm not being funny. There are people I could mention, but when I'm playing a role-playing game or a board game, if people start getting their phones out and flipping shit, that annoys the crap out of me. Because that's you're not immersing yourself in that story. The amount of people that I've seen when role players, well, no, just check this. No, fuck off. Put your phone away. I don't know how it works with something like Mansions of Madness. As I said, because we don't have the game, we don't have any games that.
I think I downloaded the app just to see what it did, and it is like a nice balance of. I couldn't play the game from the app.
Well, you shouldn't be able to, should you? It should just be a net.
But you don't see how things are going to appear until you get there.
I don't know how I feel. I think I'd have to play a game like Mansions of Madness with the app on the tablet.
Check out our Amazon wishlist. It's probably going to be on there by the end of this video. Click, click.
It's going to be on there by the end of this fucking question, bastards. No, as I said, would not know. Would not know.
I think it's very hard.
Where do you draw the line when it comes to a board game and something technical that you use to help yourself out or to make it easier?
The problem is, like, you want the app to be integral to the game, otherwise what's the point?
Yeah.
So if it's just, oh, you can measure hit points, well, I could fucking use a piece of paper.
Dice.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, or you need it to play the game and you can't play the game. Well, hang on a minute, like, why can't I just play the fucking game?
Why am I buying the game?
Well, I'm buying the game because I can play it on my app. Like, you can play Warhammer Quest, there's an app for that.
£71?
Yeah, it's not cheap. And I think it's getting that balance of something that's super useful and you really want to use, but not so useful that if you've got like a battery, you can't play this game.
Yeah.
And of course, if then you're, we used to play a lot of Guild Ball. We still do play Guild Ball, but we used to
go back to be playing more Guild Ball.
Yeah, but we used to play a lot of tournament-y Guild Ball. And talking about measuring hit points on apps, but if your app runs out, then you're fucking out of the game.
Yeah, well, then I just want to use a pen and a card. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's very hard to get right, and I think that I don't know if getting it right is worth the effort you'll have to go to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
Like,
I hear that.
When you can just go roll the fucking dice and see what happens. But then I haven't played Mansions of Madness, so I don't know.
And £71, we fucking will never be playing.
That might be the ballest game ever. If you want to find it, can buy it for us. Not you personally, but you as a group of fans. If you want to do that, you can find it in the Amazon wishlist down below. And then we'll fucking play it. And you can watch us play it and fuck it up all the way through the game.
And then go, why didn't you use a tablet? It would have been easier.
You can't play it without one. You have to play it with a tablet.
Really?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. You have to play
it
with the app.
That's...
You can't play it without
Ooh, that's a bit... Shush!
And that... yeah. It's tricky.
Do we have a question we can answer?
And also because you're used to... I mean, I'm... You're like nearly 60. I'm...
You're nearly 50.
Yeah, I'm 40, so you're kind of... We're old school. We used to playing with cards. We used to playing with dice, bits of paper. Even now, as like when I'm coming up with army lists, I don't go to like my phone and check
war lists or something. No, I have to.
Scribe's a thing.
Yeah, I have to have a bit of paper, and a pen.
And I wonder if it is just a case of being old school that I find it harder to, like, if I'm halfway through a game, I don't have to fucking turn my phone on, fucking put the password in, load it up. Oh, fucking wait a second for it to fucking load. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, hold on, I've just got fucking. What's your password? What's your email thingy?
What's your fucking
What's your
thing? Well, I'll check an email because it's up there now. I'd rather just not be distracted by it, and I can.
That's why when we're role playing, phones away.
Yeah.
Turn them off, put them away. Unless you've got a family member who's about to die, then I'll allow you to have it on silent.
And I think in something like Mansions of Madness, or like a hex-based game, or a square-based game, like I'm going to move from here, like Dust 1947, which is a post-World War II weird wall kind of thing, and everything's on squares.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And the models look great, but I'm not a big fan of the squares. I'm not a big fan of how small the game is. It's kind of very like 3x3 board gamey. And I'm like, oh, the models look great. It's a little board game. I don't know. Anyway, and I think in a game like that, when you're moving up, oh, you're in this square, you go to A3. Well, that happens.
Boom.
Like you can see that on a thing, but if you're like measuring things and actually you're 2 1/3 inches away. Like suddenly that becomes infinitely more difficult to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also I like to see what my opponent's got. Like we take Guild Ball, going back to Guild Ball again. Like I want to be able to look at my opponent's cards and go, you've got 3 hits on him, 4 hits on him.
If
2
my
hits on
phone's
them.
here tilted with the numbers on.
Yeah. And I have to say, how many hits are they on? Oh, you want to attack them? Haha, then I'll do this.
Yeah.
Like, well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
The whole point is like it's a free space, and I should be able to just see that without looking and go, I'm going to do this thing.
Technology has its place. I just don't know if
Totally.
if it should have it in
My bum.
our hobby. Which is what I was going to say. Your bum, however, has kind of made me feel slightly queasy.
My bum does that to people. And questions, and see now I can't even get to my phone. And what's the spirit animal? I'm a sloth. You are a.
I'd be something uber cool. Let's face it. I'd be something like a
Goat.
goat.
Oh, goat. No, you would totally be a goat.
Would I be a
as well.
goat?
Yeah.
Why would I be a goat?
Because you're annoying.
Metal!
I don't know. He'd be a sloth. I'd be something just as useless as well.
Something chill.
I don't
Matthew
think-
Very.
Who? Mr. Berry?
Matthew Very.
Very.
French with EU as opposed to.
Oh, so we have to
EU.
pronounce it in a French accent.
Matthew Very.
See?
Matthew Very? Maybe. Let us know in the comments. About Dune. We were talking about that.
You were talking about Dune,
I'm
yeah.
a big fan, and my favourite book, I think. The original series, not the later, before Dune, I agree. Avalon Hill in 1979, yes. And later Descartes in 1993, French board game editor, now disappears. Have a board game on Dune, yes. It was very popular in the 90s. Played once and was a good game. But the idea of having a post-apocalyptic themed game based on Dune was great. Can be great. Maybe not only epic scale. The one doesn't appear all the time, and not if you don't fight in the desert. Great idea, almost.
Wasn't Arrakis just a desert? Apart from the cities, obviously.
So yes, but
I give no fucks. I've never read Dune. I've never watched any of the films. I just...
yeah, no. Most of the planet is a desert, but there are areas that are
Undeserty.
mountainous, rocky terrain.
Adrian!
They travel through the sand. Yes, I actually got a copy of the Avalon Hill Dune board game at home, which is worth not as much money as I want to sell it for. If it was worth more, I'd think about selling it, but
Would
it's
you?
not. I'd think about it.
I don't fucking
picked
like
it up
sell
at
anything.
I think it's worth about
a pound.
£100, and I think I picked it up for not even a tenner, like a fiver at a car boot sale.
Well, that's like £95 profit, and you owe me about £95. You might as well sell it.
But like if it was worth like £1,000, I'd think about selling it.
I've
But
got King Conan #1. It's worth fuck all. I still wouldn't sell it.
I've got a fucking
I've got Savage Sword
Spawn
of...
number 1.
I've got Savage Sword of Conan, 1977, number 2. Bought it for 40 pence.
There you go.
How much is it worth now?
Sometimes the number 2
Fuck
is
all.
worth more because everyone buys the number 1.
Yeah.
And then everyone's got one of them. And then the number 2, no one's got a number 2 because everyone threw it away.
Got King Conan number 2 as well.
Nice.
Moving on.
But yes, they're talking about redoing the Dune board game, right?
Oh.
Play it.
They're just stop rejigging films. It bores the shit
Oh.
out of me.
Power 01. Hello.
Oh, it's him again!
Long time no see. We love you. Straw, Dominion sounds cool, as in your old role-playing idea.
Oh.
But your idea for the WWX London RPG sounds absolutely awesome. Do it, mate. I, for one, will be all over it, slapping the sack against his arse. We love you.
Well, you were all over the Wexodus RPG, so thank you
Yeah.
for that. Yeah, at some point maybe I might.
And that would be a really good way of exploring that area of the world.
Oh, I have ideas. I have so many ideas for that.
You couldn't do it as a miniatures game.
No.
You just couldn't because it's
No.
London. You can't.
It
Just
would
fucking
have to be a role-play.
role-playing game.
And I do
explore
actually
that area
have.
of the world.
I do have ideas for it, so stay tuned to this channel.
If you like poo and you like schmooze, you love putting poo in your schmoo.
It's the new shmoo, the incredible new shmoo.
Hello. Simon Harris. Ahoy!
Oi!
Ahoy to you.
Oi, hoi.
Guys,
No.
with Wave 3 of X-Wing just coming out, is this a game you guys play or have any interest in? Question mark?
If you'd like to buy it for us, we'll give it a go. Until then, no. We haven't. Thing is with Star Wars stuff and space combat thing, I think for me, the Armada stuff. The Armada stuff is really good because it's fucking great big capital ships and fighters doing what they do. I don't think for me something like X-Wing would translate as well as I would want it to in my head.
I agree.
I'd want to be able to... I don't think that translates as well. I don't know. It might be a really good game. I know obviously it's like 3rd edition, everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Can't afford it. If someone wants to buy it for us, then I'd give it a go. But
Playing...
the models are beautiful.
Oh, the
Not a bit
models
funny,
are
the
stunning.
models are
Yeah.
stunning.
Yeah. And you can totally repaint them if you want to, and if you don't, they still
But I
look
just
great.
don't see, right, well, here's your X-Wing, and here's my 2 TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Where's my capital ships?
Another thing that bothers me, and it's again...
Height.
Well,
Three-dimensionality.
You can't do it. You just... Oh, I crashed into you. Hang on a minute, I just went up like that much, and now I'm over you. Like, that's not how that works. And I get it, and maybe it's a mechanical, like, disconnect. Like, in a boats game, like, you know, dystopian...
Because you're on water, you're on one level.
You've only got 2-dimensionality to worry about. That's fine.
You're on the water.
You can have exactly the same rules as X-Wing, call it speedboats, and I'd be fine with it. If I can't go over you because there's no 3-dimensionalness,
Yeah.
what's the fucking point of that?
Yeah, and another thing, you know, even with Armada, for example, you big capital ships, you could be at all your weird angles and...
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just...
But somehow Armada, you can abstract it in your mind. You can go, well, like, okay, they're just over here, and they're over here, and probably they're like...
Crunch, yeah.
Crunching each other.
That's all we ever did.
Whatever,
I love that game purely the fact that we sit here and go,
I'm slowly crushing it. Oh, I can't do anything about it.
oh shit! I can imagine us in a tournament doubles game. We go, right, we're going to do this, and just our opponents going,
But another thing about X-Wing is, I get it from a mechanism standpoint. So you've got your square base, or whatever size base it is, square base, and then you've got a couple of notches, and you put your little template in, and then you take it up and you put it in the next one.
Yeah, like you're doing Armada.
Yeah. However, when you turn a corner, because of the way corners work and the way you move the front to the back, then you're there. If you then do the same, like if you've got 3 TIE fighters, if you do the same manoeuvre on the next TIE fighter, they're not in what's the word? They're not in formation. It kind of goes...
Oh, no.
and that's just how.
No.
That's
I don't
just
like
how
that.
angles work.
No.
I get it, but it's like.
Angles, it's space.
Like I can't just go around and move forward a bit and go around and move forward a bit and go around. No, because then they'll crash into each other. Or what's the fucking...
But they're pilots, surely.
So you
they
have to
should
do like a
understand.
hard turn with this guy and a soft
A
turn with
normal
that
turn,
guy
and then a lazy turn.
lazy.
Nah.
I can't be dealing with that shit,
Nah.
mate. My brain's
That's
too
why
small.
we don't play. That's why we don't play in formations. If we do something like that, we
Yeah.
do Star Wars Armada. This is my fleet of fighters. There we go.
And this was playing. You know, having played Dystopian Wars, you turn, and then the next one wants to be next to him. So you turn a bit, and then you turn some and move forward a bit.
It's all done in.
Because it's all done in the same
Bits.
fucking manoeuvre. And it's like, okay, I can deal with that. But like, I turn, and I've decided that I'm going to do a different kind of turn with this guy. When I crashes into him. Great. Yeah, good job I fucking got all these ace pilots. But they're pilot. I'm not a pilot, they're fucking pilots. That's literally their fucking job.
Right. Next question.
Fucking fuck. But yes, we haven't played.
No, we haven't. You might
X-Wing.
have gathered we haven't.
I actually kind of like this. Okay, this is from Infinity Idiots.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, joke time. A lady walks into a library and asks the librarian for a ham sandwich. The librarian's reply is, "It's a library." And then he responds, "Can I have a ham sandwich?"
You
I like that. That's really good.
I'd send you a wristband, but I don't like you. Next, come on, moving on. Time's a ticking.
Miso minin.
Who?
Miso.
Harold.
Like the paste that is made from
Miss.
beans. What got you guys into Earthdawn and why do you like it so much? Is it the setting, or the system, or a bit of both? Have you ever tried Shadowrun? Yes, we have. I'm disappointed that you haven't watched our videos. We'd love to know what books you'd recommend as the best from the Earthdawn line. Thank you.
Wow, all of them.
I read the books from Earthdawn. I don't know.
Stories.
I assume that's
the
what-
novels were shockingly poor.
Oh, were they? I
Yeah,
don't know anything about them.
the novels weren't good. I think what got us into it, what got me into it originally, was the fact that it was a kind of mix between fantasy and Cthulhu, and I liked that kind of mixture. And then when I got the original rule book, and then you look through the characters, and you had like the Tsrang and the Windling and the Orc, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is good. And because it's a brand new world, everyone's coming out from the cares into this whole new world. You've got basically free reign to do what you want, and I think that worked so well in the game. The system was an absolute pig shit to get your head around to start with, but once you got around it and you love it. The game's awesome.
It's true. For me, a big part of it was, or a big part of it is still, the combination of the system and the narrative. They kind of feed each other. Because you're, like in something like D&D, you're a level 1 this, or a level 2 that, or a level 3 X. Or in other games, you've got a certain amount of skill points, and you spend those, and you're just a dude who's good at stuff. Whereas in Earthdawn, narratively, you're a first or second or third circle of something, which actually means how good you are
Discipline. It's not just that. It's just your
Yeah,
your
you're
life.
disciplined. You're not just a dude who's good at stuff. You're not like,
Oh, you're a thief.
I'm
You
a
just
fighter.
nicked shit.
I'm a thief. I nick stuff, or I'm a bowman who shoots arrows at people.
Allegedly.
You're like you define your existence by the discipline that you take. So if you're a warrior, you're not just fights. You're like, almost like a martial arts kind of focused.
Yeah.
I'm a warrior. I've defined my life by this existence.
Same with archers. You see everything as a target. You need the quickest route from here to there. Blah blah blah. Unless you're a windling.
Yeah. And also, as you say, there was that Cthulhu. That kind of. There was the horrors. There was an obvious bad guy, if you like. I think in some games you're just kind of like fishing for whoever the bad guy at the moment. Oh, you're fighting some goblins. Oh, okay. Well, okay, great. I'll fight some goblins. The fucking horrors are around. They are the evil that destroyed the world before now, you know, and
they are fucking
and they're fucking terrifying.
nasty as fuck as well.
And I think it had that, as you were saying, it's that cross of not D&D, but it's that fantasy and Cthulhu. The system feels like you could generate karma by you get up in the morning, you do your karma ritual, you do your empowering ritual that supports your daily stuff, but you have to spend experience points on it. So maybe you don't want to, but it gives you these little boosts to your day, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to kill this guy, spend a point of karma, fuck yeah.
And the fact that it was a retro look at the Shadowrun world, because the whole world is all linked. It's all you know, it's all linked and it's awesome. So
yeah,
we've got
a lot.
But yeah, go back and watch. We've done some Shadowrun videos.
We have.
Haven't finished it. We've still got some decent shits to go with that.
But what? The first time I played it was when you started running it. What drew you to it before running it?
What, Earthdawn?
Yeah.
What I said.
Oh, okay, cool.
I read a little bit of... I managed to get hold of the 3 original flyers, which would... One had 2 characters in, one had 2 characters in, one gave you a little bit of the rules and the adventure. And I read that, and I really love where this is going. And I needed a new fantasy game at the time.
Okay.
And it was just fantasy, but with that really dark edge to it.
Nice.
Which is just like me. Fantastic.
Edgelord.
The dark edge.
You're an edgelord. Of any idiots. Okay, I have a picture of a bloke I know called Ian in a dress. If I PM you, will you show the world?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we will. PM at us. PM him, don't PM it.
We will splatter it everywhere.
All over our face. Ahoy from Powers 01.
Hasn't he got anything better to do?
Yeah. Once the Earthdawn campaign is finished, which is bloody amazing, BT Dubs. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
What settings are up next for your RPG games? Well, we've been playing. We've had a brief stint at Wexodus, which I'm sure will happen more.
Yeah, but with the group, I don't know, because of the move and everything. It's getting everyone together. I mean, I'll still be able to do one-on-ones with Paraki.
It's going to change a bit.
It's not going to change. I think it's made the Valhammer better and stronger.
No, I mean the group, as in like
group
some
dynamics.
people might not make it, but other
we
people
might have new people, new influx of people once we move. So we'll have. Shut up. We'll have to see.
Personally, I'd like to see you do more Warhammer. I reckon you could do a great 40k adventure
Yes,
using
I
the joke
do.
system Straw loves.
I do a really good 40k.
Oh.
There's no point in looking there.
No, I know. Savage Worlds. You could use Savage Worlds for that. Or
for what?
Anything else. 40k or whatever.
I don't need to. I just use the 40k thing.
Question 1. What's your new address, lol? You're heading north, you northerner, from Infinity Idiots.
Actually, no, I'm not moving north. From Thetford, Gorston-on-Sea is that way.
Okay.
West, east. I'm gonna go live in the seaside because I'm old. I'm allowed to sit on the sea and go. Oh, Pog's turn up. Beer and games.
You just want to wander into it.
You want my address, but you want to send me some toys? Then I'll. If anyone wants my address, the new Battlehammer address to send us toys, PM me. Whatever that means. Prime Minister me.
Pretty massive.
I could probably do a better job than fucking Theresa May has done.
Oh God.
My dogs could probably do a better job.
Even
Next!
involved in that. Ahoy once again from Paddle 01.
Oh, I love this bloke.
Oh my God.
He's going to get such a hug if we ever
I
meet
love
him.
you in the face. Any more kill team on the horizon? Question mark. Would be great to see you guys do a full campaign. Not a GW fanboy, honest Gov.
I think you're lying.
Yeah. Yes, probably.
We've got it. We've got all the stuff. We've got all the we've got a whole load of stuff for it.
We haven't been avoiding it. There's been a lot of other stuff to play.
Yeah, it's purely that. We've got a lot of. But when the move happens, what the plan is, this monkey boy here is going to come over like once every 2 weeks, and then we're going to spend like 3 days of like solid drinking, filming, drinking, filming, drinking.
Mostly drinking.
No.
Mostly filming.
And drinking. So
Yay.
we have to. We will dictate. Right. Okay. We're going to do these games on this day. So it could be Wednesday. So we're going to do Wexodus. We'll do like 3 or 4 games film the shit out of them, because then it's like, if we do 4 games on that one day, that's a month's worth of films
for that
for the future. So, as I said, it's all there. It's all planned. It's just getting it done.
Yeah.
Once the moves happen. So, bear with, dude. Bear with.
Yes.
And we have some great stories we can tell with Kill Team, because I want to do a big campaign that kind of does almost like a Battlefleet Gothic-y style, probably use Star Wars and Armada rules for that, and then you go down to the planet side where you're doing 40k, then you drop it down a little bit more, then you do Kill Team, then you drop it down a bit more and do some role play, you know, that kind of...
So
it's huge ideas, it's just having the time...
I think that's one thing that, for me, I think GW have missed out on, like... I think
they keep bringing back all the games, so bring back Battlefleet Gothic, upgrade that will be awesome.
Gothic, and even having I mean, like, alright, Kill Team is great and 40k is great. Why haven't they done like a linked campaign system, whether it be in a White Dwarf or in a fucking something like? I don't know why they haven't done that yet. That's like obvious to me. That's like job one. You have a
we can't tell them that because some GW people watch us on this.
Oh yeah.
So unless of course these GW people want us to write the rules for that and do unboxings for them.
Send us free stuff, please.
Yes, we are whores.
Yes.
Next question.
My
God, you need to put your phone onto a thingy that doesn't turn off every 30 seconds.
No.
How many more of these have we got? We've got like...
Adam Boxall. Couple of questions for the next Mumble. Have you guys ever played Warhammer Kill Team? Yes.
Yes.
We have. What are your thoughts about it?
Love it.
I really like that it breaks up the turn a bit more with the shooting. So you're not just like, I do all my shit.
I do all my stuff, you do all your stuff. I like the way they've changed that.
Also, wondering for gameplay fun, which Star Wars game would you pick? X-Wing or Armada? Armada,
because we've never played X-Wing.
But also just the idea of Armada. Just like...
Dun, 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 dun. I can fucking pilot a bastard Star Destroyer into another Star Destroyer.
Into my own other distance. Ah, why are you doing this?
You don't need the Hammerhead ship to move it into... I'm just going to...
Oh, no. Hello.
Hello.
You smush face.
Right, next.
Cynthia Miller. Well, hello. The hardback... brackets and softback versions of the Urban Manhunt are already available. In fact, the softback is would be on sale. It's not now because this was a month ago. As for the world tour, all I can say is stick around as the second develops. Ooh,
yeah, I think
at this point in the timeline,
I think we're going to get
really now becoming an intention.
I think we're going to get a little say in what happens on that as well.
It will indeed be something similar to what you described, different but similar.
Hello, it's almost like we could be games designers if we weren't so lazy and drunk most of the time.
Hey, most of the time.
Next.
I haven't got anything for you.
They're getting hungry, come on.
Matthew Verdi.
Again?
Just want to know, in how many weeks did you move to the new house, or days, if you're planning to make a break in the video?
The plan,
you plan to break it up.
The plan is there will not be a break in the videos, because what we're going to do is, between now and the actual move date, we're going to cram as much filming as we can, and then schedule it all.
Oh, I'm going to like 2 bucks, one bum.
Hopefully you won't get that much interrupted footage, I hope. And until then, I can't say, because I don't know the actual moving date. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get internet connected in the new house. Blah blah blah.
That's going to be more of an issue than the movies, I think.
Yeah.
Because internet connection is a whole big fucking pain in the arse.
Yeah, but Parker will still be uploading the occasional little bit that he does once I show him.
Keep my balls.
But as I said, there is stuff scheduled, so just please bear with. Next. Was that it? Well, that's all the questions.
Done.
Wow. Okay. So there you go. Anything we need to mumble about?
Games are good.
Games are good. We like games and we like beer.
I like playing games. Games are fun.
So yeah.
I think
that's your fucking lot. That's what we're trying to say.
Was a thing I did actually want to talk about. Blackjack Legacy mentioned it, that then pointed something else to something else. There was a thing on SNL, which is an American TV program, about like there was some gamer nerds. Someone came into the room and it was like, hey, do this thing. And he was like, well, we'll do it, sir, because I'm a Dungeons and Dragons player. I'm a nerd. It's like fucking nerds in popular culture.
It's getting better, but it's still not fucking brilliant, is it?
It's not great. And also, that brought up the thing of gatekeepers. So the thing that brought up were people like the D&D selfie. Hey, here's me and my D&D collection. Here's me, I play games. I'm a nerd, I play this stuff. And then other people were saying, you didn't play first edition, you're not a real gamer.
But at the end of the day, we all play games. Let's just get on with that bit.
Exactly.
We all play games. You know.
You do you, man.
And I'm not being funny. Me and Parker can't do a fucking D&D selfie because we don't play D&D.
No.
And I've never played D&D, and I never will play D&D. I could do you a Cthulhu selfie. Here's me and Yog Sothoth. You know. We are all gamers.
Unite.
We all play games.
Whatever.
We play games. We play them for fun.
Games.
We play them to escape the bullshit that goes on outside the walls.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's face it, there's a lot of bullshit out there.
I understand little to nothing about gender, sexuality, fucking race. But
And
you know
if we
what?
and if we ever
Play some
do
games.
accidentally say something,
That's only because we're cunts.
well, yeah, I was going to say it's just purely because we're old and we don't understand what you young'uns go through these days. All this transsexual stuff. Each to their own. Do what you do. Do what makes you you.
We love you.
Yeah, we're going to love you no matter what. And you should love yourself.
But that's only because we're old and shit. It's not because we don't care about your
No, Christ, no, it's not.
life
It's
choices.
not that at all.
Whatever
Your life choices
Well, not
are
even
your
choices. Your non-choices.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know.
It gets crazy, doesn't it? And these
And then
days,
people are saying like, oh,
you
can't
just
play-
offended me by saying that.
Well, people say you can't play this game because you didn't play in first edition. Or,
Oh, that's bullshit. Why would you want to play the first edition? It was shit. Ow! Fucking little wanker.
But that was all I wanted to say. I wanted to say we love you all. Whatever
We
your
do.
things are.
Doesn't matter. You are important to
I happen
us.
to be an old white nerdy guy.
Very old white nerdy guy who smells like cabbage.
Hey,
But more to the point, we do seriously love you all. You know, you guys take the time to watch our shit. Not watch us shit, because that's just a video, it's a different video completely.
sorry, poo.
But you know, thank you. So we hope that's some of that's made sense to you. Probably hasn't because we're crap. But you know
We love you lots.
what you can do up there.
If you want to go up there and find our Patreon and donate money to our Patreon account, we'd appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. But if you want to be a Battlehammer Booze Hound, and you go there and you donate a certain amount of money, I can't remember what it is, then you can be 5 Earth pounds. Pounds? Dollars. 5 Earth dollars.
Dollars.
American dollars.
I should put up to $10.
You can be a Battlehammer Booze Hound. We'll give you lots of all of the hugs. I'll even touch your...
And let's face it, if you're American, you're bound to meet it more than you meet me.
Um,
Lord.
Also, if you want to buy us stuff, because you're mental and you've got more money than sense,
There is
you
an Amazon
can
wish
find
list.
our Amazon wish list down below. If you want to buy stuff via the medium of us through Whaling Games, you can find our Whaling Games affiliate link in
That would
the
be awesome
comments
because
down below.
we get a little.
Doesn't cost you any more money than it would normally, and we get hugs. So, also, if you want to buy merch, you can find our merch page.
Or
via
if you
Wildstorm
want your
Games.
own personalised dice, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
you get dice and stuff from there as well.
Widgets,
Wildstorm
that's all for you.
Games
Wildstorm
in the thing down below.
It's all there.
But make sure if you want to get involved in a conversation with us aged cunts,
Put it in the.
put it in the comments down below.
Crotch
We'll
box.
Answer your questions next time, or maybe get involved in a conversation about interesting things, because that's all we want to do, even if we're shit at it. But the number one thing you can do is don't forget to like and subscribe. If you liked it, want to subscribe. If you don't like it, don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe. We would like you to like and subscribe. Until next time,
Stay fucking hammered, motherfuckers!